seems like I found the problem. Hey, this is Ron. Welcome to Flathead Ron's Garage. I think we had a flathead failure. These are the rod bearings on my Flatty. Yeah. What happened yesterday is I put a set of mufflers on it, and apparently it didn't like them. No, that's just me talking. I mean, I put a set of Hush Power 2s on it that I had. And I went to fire it up, and I realized the coil wire was off of the distributor. I'm trying to be slow and deliberate for a reason here, because I could not sleep last night. I was up at 4 o'clock with this in the morning. Yeah. So I was reaching inside to try to start it, and I had my hand on the carburetor. Door was closed. And after I fixed it, and I don't know if it had a bunch of fuel in it or what, because I did crank it a little bit, and I got it fixed pretty quick, so if there was gas in there it wouldn't have had time to flash off. So I went to start it, and my finger slipped off the key, and I grabbed it again and continued starting it. But in that time period of about 2 seconds, the thing popped on me and kicked backwards. So I got it fired up, and I heard a little clatter that I didn't like. It wasn't running for 10 seconds. I climbed underneath, I looked at it, I mean really fast. I stuck my head underneath, I listened to the pan, got up and shut it off. So this is one of the better ones. When it kicked backwards and I hit the ignition switch and the starter went in there, it also broke a tooth off the starter. So I'm going to have to check the shaft on the starter, make sure it's still true. But right now, I wanted to take you guys with me because I've checked all 8 rod bearings, and they're all about the same with a little variance except for one, number 4. And I think number 4 was the one that was firing because it's pretty bad. I'm not going to take it back out right now, but I will take you underneath there with me, and we're going to pull that center main bearing, and if there is anywhere on it at all, the motor's coming out. Okay? I don't care what it costs to fix it, it's going to get fixed. It doesn't matter. Because this is a very special little motor. Okay, I know I'm just getting up the nerve to get down there because I really don't want to look at it, but I can't not look at it and just make believe it's not there, if that makes sense. So I'm going to reach up and grab you. We're going to go handheld, and I'm going to try to prop you up underneath there. Okay, let's see if I can hit this focus button. All right. Yeah, you can see where I've took the rod caps off. These rods have been clearanced so they won't hit the sides of the cylinders and the sides of the block. The assembly's also been balanced. The whole rotating assembly's been balanced. Oh, I don't want to have to do this. Okay, where's my screwdriver? My screwdriver. I'll be right back. There we go. don't want to have to take a hammer to anything. Oh, let's get it out of here. I already broke it loose. There we go. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. Anyway. Oh wow, crank looks good. Oh sweet. I hope you can see that. These look good. They're just like when I put them in. And get this. These are the mains that were in the motor when you see the grungy pictures of it on the engine stand or just sitting on the ground. These bearings have been in it since the late 40s. The only reason I replaced the rod bearings when I went through the motor and just checked everything and reassembled it, because I didn't do the work on it. I didn't put the rod bearings back in because they had just a little bit of wear on the outside edges, kind of like these do, only nowhere near what these have. They're just a little bit sketchy on 2 cylinders, and it was up front here. So I know it's not on the same 2 rods. But I am very happy to see this. I will put this back on. Oh crap. Wait a second here. Okay. Oh, where's the little... There we go. For a minute there. There we go. So I'll have to retort the crank when I do all the rods. I'm going to go, well, as our rod nut falls on me. Well, here, I'll take off another one. Saying this one's the same way. I don't get it. It happens so fast. And I just heard a little clatter after that, and that's what it was. That little clatter was that material being skimmed off there because it got crushed. And it, like I say, it wasn't running 10 seconds. The only thing I need to do now is figure out how I'm going to flush all this oil out of this thing, because I really don't want to pull it and disassemble it. Just I'm going to have to figure out a way to get the oil out of it. But for right now, I'll put the cap back on. But you can see, I hope you can see, there's nothing wrong with these journals here at all. I don't have the upper bearing in here. That's the one that I was showing you earlier. But we'll put this back on the right side. There we go. And she's dripping all over my face. There we go. You can see inside. Oh, there we go. If I can get it without dropping it. And you can see inside the cylinders here, and you could tell. I mean, you can still see the hone marks inside of there. I don't even have hardly any miles on this old guy. There. There we go. But everything's looking pretty good after that. But I gotta check all this teeth on this flywheel here. I'm not going to sit here and hold the camera while I do it. So to take the two number 4 and number 8 off, you have to loosen your pump pickup. You just have to take one bolt off it, loosen the other one, and just let it lay down like that. But yeah, it looks pretty good actually inside. So that's where we're at right now. That was damage control, I guess, but man, it sure put a sinking feeling in my stomach. cranks are expensive, especially 4-inch cranks. They're expensive. Anyway, that's all for this little update. I thought you guys might like to see. That's all I can do is laugh about it. I got the radiator back on. I got the timing set. Not the timing. I got the valve timing advanced 10 degrees. And I was going to put the mufflers on it and fire it up. And that's what happened. So it coughed on me. It was my fault. Totally my fault. My finger slipped off the switch and that grabbed it again, and it was too late, and it kicked on me and backfired, and starter went in at the same time. And you know something, now that I'm thinking, if I didn't have the mufflers on this, if I didn't, my hush, now I just realized, if my hush powers weren't on this was such a small noise that I wouldn't have heard it until it got really bad. So this is kind of a rule that I've broken a couple times over the years, that when you put a motor together or when you do something to your motor, you should have mufflers on it. Don't fire it up open cap headers, because you can't hear those little noises if you by chance have something going on until it's too late. Okay? That's just kind of a word of advice from an old timer. We're going to have to see where this goes. Thank you for watching. I'm done ranting. I'm just happy that all it is rod bearings right now. I'm going to go get my mic, come back out here, and I'm going to check the journals just to be safe. I've got Plastigauge, so when my new bearings come in, we'll get underneath there and check them with Plastigauge. I'll check my starter, see if I got a bent shaft or not. It gives me an excuse to buy a new starter. That's a 6-volt starter that I just put new brushes in. So, but right now, be safe in the shop. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And remember, I'm not a machinist. When you see me run my tools and stuff, I'm no longer a mechanic. Man, I've forgotten a whole lot of stuff. But have a great day, guys. I'll see you next time, Flathead Ron's Garage. Thanks for watching. Bye.